Good afternoon, everyone. The reports of my death were greatly exaggerated, and the government can't give me that easily. So, today, I want to just look at these replays and talk about them. If you don't know, I love Stall, and I love using Stall. It's my favorite thing to do, ever. So I'm just going to talk about this replay. And another replay after this, too. If you enjoy competitive Pokemon, or things around competitive Pokemon, I guess, then feel free to like and subscribe, and I might make another one. Maybe I won't. Who knows? So this matchup is okay. Before we get into this, I'm not good at Pokemon. I would like to point this one out. Despite what you all may think of me, how you've all told me I'm the best Pokemon player ever. Don't read the comments of any video, by the way. No one's saying that, but I'm not the smartest, especially when it comes to team building. But I like this team I've built. Should have had a showdown tab open for this, but if I could show you the team. I would like this to not take too long because I feel like these are pretty long replays as it comes with playing Stall. It's this one. It's pretty standard stuff. Calm Mind, Blissey, Water Absorb, Clodsire, Unaware, Skeledirge. It's pretty basic stuff. And Pokemon you've seen before, probably. But whatever, just get into it. I lead off Toxapex, they lift Masquerada. I don't know if Toxapex was the best lead here. It's good into quite a few of the things. Good into Masquerada, because it's not taking too much from Flower Trick. It's pretty good into Chinchino because it gets the Toxic off. The rest of them, though, can probably beat in a 1v1 and I'm forced to switch out. But switching out isn't the worst thing in the world because, say they lead off Heatran, I just go out to Blissey and take 15 from what could be a Flyer Blast and what is hopefully not a Magma Storm, because Magma Storm could really hurt me, because then I can't switch out. And I come to find that this Heatran has Taunt as well. Rotom Wash I have to switch out on, Mamoswine I have to switch out on, and Cresselia I 100% have to switch out on, so whatever. Masquerada has a knockoff, so I'm gonna lose my boots on something. But I get the Toxic off, which is a fair trade, because he only has like either his Heatran or his Mamoswine will have rocks, and as you can tell, I'm not taking too much from anything Masquerada's doing. And I also predict that he's going to switch out here. Good prediction from me, I must say, because he does U-turn and I get the Toxic on Cresselia, which is helpful. Cresselia usually just runs 2 attacks and like something like Healing Wish or something. So obviously I switch out because obviously I'm not taking a Future Sight or a Psychic with Toxapex. So I go out to Mandibuzz and back out to Chansey at Blissey to get around the Moonblast, which does happen. I'm going to speed up the replay a bit. Chinchino is a good switch, but I go out to Pex and take more than I'm expecting from Bullet Seed. Yeah. Oh, Haze was a misclick, by the way. I was trying to use Toxic. I don't know. It was just a misclick. I remember this specifically. I didn't intend to do Haze, but it's fine because that makes me live a Bullet Seed, and then, well, I would have lived it anyway, but yeah. So I'll probably recover here and then recover again and then Toxic is what I'm guessing happens here. Yep. And then I switch out to Skeledirge. I would have thought Mandibuzz was a better idea, but I think Chinchino has Triple Axle or Icicle Spear or something like that, one of the two. Clodsire, by the way, completely walls Rotom because it's Water Absorb and not Unaware. So its Hydro Pump is not doing any damage, obviously, and the Thunderbolt I am immune to it. And if it has Volt Switch on top of that, then I'm doing good. It could have Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split, but Clodsire can take Will-O-Wisp easily. It's not like it's getting chipped majorly because, you know, just easily recover off that damage. And I get up a Spike instead of using Toxic. I don't know if that was the correct move, but who knows. Oh, that was a good switch, I must say. Go out to Slowking and get knocked off. I'm surprised it lived that, because I'm pretty sure that that Slowking is full Spadef. Yeah. Ice Shard, interesting choice considering Mamoswine's really faster. I Terra Fairy to get off the Earthquake and miss a Toxic. And I think I'm still fine with 1v1ing Chinchino. Yeah, Surf kills. So that's his only form of hazard removal gone. So now getting up spikes with Clodsire is a huge way to win this game. By the way, this Blissey does not have Stealth Rock. It is Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Seismic Toss, and Soft Boiled. Maybe I should run Rocks instead of Shadow Ball there, who knows, or even Calm Mind. But I like having Calm Mind to try and beat setup sweepers one-on-one. He trying to switch out because I'm scared of the... What am I scared of? I guess because it's a special attacker and my Toxapex is full Fizz Def, so I just got out to Blissey to make it easier. I heal up and yeah, that's that. Toxapex comes in, Knockoff's not doing anything, and Earthquake's not doing too much. Full hit KO, oh I missed another Toxic, great. Okay, so I switch out to Mandibuzz on a Stone Edge. I don't think Stone Edge does... It must do something to... I will look in the calcs. I'm not changing the screen. I refuse. Okay, whatever. That's taking way too long. I think it just does 50 without a crit. And with a crit, I think I get hit by it later in the game anyway. Stone Edge doesn't do that much to Toxapex, obviously, because it's Toxapex fully invested in physical defense. And I do get the Toxic off the Mamoswine. So now this game is just waiting, because Mamoswine doesn't do any significant damage to most of my team. Well, the Pokemon I'm switching into, obviously. I think I was expecting a Future Sight, but I don't think I lost anything in this game from losing Slowking. Maybe if I kept Slowking, I would have had an easier matchup into Heatran. But whatever. Plus my Toxapex still has Surf. Yeah, so a crit Stone Edge did 57, that's nothing. Because my Mandibuzz is fully invested in physical defense. So obviously it's taking not that much. I switch out anyway because I don't want it taking too many Stone Edges. Especially because if it crits again it will kill and, you know, risk minimization. I'm running low on the Toxapex recovers, but yeah, I've got one left here. That's not great. My opponent makes a good move and Will-O-Wisp my Clodsire. That makes sense, I suppose. And then goes out to Cress, and then I go out to Blissey, and I don't want to call this game completely over because the Heatran can still do some damage to a lot of my team. Especially if we can get a Magma Storm off onto my Blissey. Yeah, and you can tell my Toxapex is not invested in Spadef at all, so... And it is weakness policy Heatran. I bring in the Blissey to try and beat it 1v1, which is going to be difficult unless I can get off some Calm Minds now. Just healing off. I have a lot of soft boils, no reason to not use them. My music is not playing for some reason, that's annoying. Earth Power Spadef drop, it's not looking good, I will be honest. I think I might lose to this Heatran. I probably should switch out to like... I think he's trying to catch like Skeledirges on some of these switches, and I can't switch out to Skeledirge, so... I let Blissey go and go out to Pex and out to Mandibuzz, trying to catch the Earth Power and get some regenerate on Toxapex. I didn't know my Mandibuzz outsped any form of Heatran. That's kind of crazy. It has some speed EVs, but not many. I think it has enough to outspeed a Zoomeril or something like that. Moonblast takes the kill. Probably could have gone out to Toxapex, but I didn't want to risk getting hit by a Psychic or whatever. Because it does have this 4-attack Cresselia, which isn't standard at all. Cresselia goes down to the Surf plus Toxic, and this game is... I was going to say it's over. He has Terra Blast Rotom, and it's Terra Blast normal type right now. Get off the Toxic, take another Terra Blast, and heal off, and the game is completely over. because Meowscarada can't do any significant damage to not Skeledirge, to Toxapex in this game. It's just over. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. My opponent. That was sudden. Okay. My opponent gets a bit annoyed, but you know, it's territory when we play with Stall. The next replay is against a guy called Gen 6 OU, who I can only assume is using a Gen 6 OU team. I have been playing some Gen 6 OU lately as well, though. So. Scizor, Keldeo, and Tornadus are standards there. I don't really know about Entei and Dragauge. Dragauge? Something like that. This game's much quicker, don't worry. I lead off Mandibuzz. Oh, Mandibuzz is pretty good into everything here except for Entei, maybe? Even though it can 1v1 Entei, it could be Entei. It doesn't do too well into Keldeo. Everything else I think is fine against. Yeah, that's a good lead. I think that might have been the best lead. And it goes into Donphan, which is probably the best thing to lead off against, because I can Toxic it and he has no other hazard removal unless he has Defog on Tornadus, which is not standard. Standard is Assault Vest and 4 attacks obviously, Focus Blast, Bleak Wind Storm, U-Turn, and I forgot the other move. Knock Off, that's it. And I don't like using it. I used to use it on some Stall teams in UU, but I just really hate the inconsistencies. Dragauge comes in and I have to go out to something Spadef. He makes the Thunderbolt and paralyzes my Slowking. Slowking, not exactly useless for the rest of the game, but it's not doing that much. I also go for Chilly Reception there and don't do anything with it. Good switch into Clodsire. It does have Icy Wind, which is scary because I will lose the 1v1 probably, because all I can do is Toxic it or recover and hope for the best. Probably just recover and switch out to, like, I don't really know what I'd switch out to. My opponent makes some sort of read and sees me going up Toxapex. Doesn't get much out of it though, because I just go out to Mandibuzz again. Yeah, Foul Play does big damage and Rapid Spin, not so much. So my opponent either has Ice Spinner or doesn't. And so Mandibuzz probably just completely walls Donphan. I wasn't expecting him to click Hydro Pump, I was expecting him to click Icy Wind there, which is why I didn't go into Clodsire. But I could have and actually got some recovery off of it, but my opponent didn't do that. Well, my opponent did that, but I just didn't expect him to. So. Dragauge on the Toxic is a good move, because Dragauge can't really be hit by Toxapex. Oh my god, look at the gameplay, look at the gameplay. Go out to Clodsire to take the Thunderbolt, and then out to Blissey when I think he's going to Draco Meteor. I'm a genius. My brain is so long, it's unbelievable. And I have to switch out of Keldeo there, even though his Secret Sword is a special attack, but it's like Psyshock and it hits them on the physical defense side, which is scary for walls like Blissey, even Clodsire to some degree. But Keldeo's can be difficult to deal with, but Toxapex is pretty good into it, especially if the opponent doesn't know that I'm full Fizz Def. Scizor comes in, so obviously Blissey has to switch out, and on a probably U-turn. I think this is Choice Band Scizor. I could check the damage, but I don't want to. Entei misses a Stone Edge. I think that does like, I think Entei's very weak and it does like 40 something to Mandibuzz, so I was fine there. Nice Toxic. There aren't too many Steel types in the tier, barring a Terra Steel, Tornadus, Farian. Scizor is one of the best ones though, so you need another way to deal with that, and that's usually trying to get him with Skeledirge. But this Scizor isn't really a threat to me, since it's Choice Band and it's not Swords Dance. If it was Swords Dance, I'd be a lot more scared. There's no setup sweepers on this team, so this team kind of just thumps into Stall. That was a terrible switch to Clodsire, by the way. Clodsire is taking nothing from Entei because it's full Spadef invested. Yeah, 57 from Sacred Fire, that's criminal. But yeah, this team really thumps into stall because it has no setup sweepers. It's all just like... just attacking guys. Like this Entei's Life Orb, the Keldio's Life Orb, the Sizzle's Choice Band. You're not going to break through stall with this team. So again, this team just thumps into stall. Sacred Fire has a 50% chance to burn. I've learned this fact very well. When I Sacred Fire into a Garchomp, and anything goes with my Ho-Oh. And that's the game. Stone Edge not doing that much to Toxapex. That's about it. I love this team. I will put this team in the comments. I doubt anyone wants to use it because it's a U stall team. But I like this team a lot, and I'm going to keep using it on the view ladder. You can't even see what I'm showing you. I like this team, and I'm going to keep using it because I find it fun to play with. That Slowking though is it doesn't really do that much. I feel like it's a Pokemon I'm always too scared to switch in. Well, sure, if you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe and tell me what the hell you want to see, because I'm rapidly running out of ideas at all times. I've been trying to record, but halfway through, like, pretty, like, not even long, like 20-minute videos, I'm like, wow, this is, like, very boring. There's been, like, 3 times where I've tried to record something, but I've just been like, I'm not enjoying this at all, and I don't want people to see this. So if you're here, then thanks. Bye.